Good afternoon. Good afternoon. It's the afternoon experiment. I am Emanuel Livingston. I am with you, I think, until 3 o'clock today. I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'll be here until 3. Just finished checking out Raven holding it down for Lincoln, even though I guess they say she's not qualified to do her own show, but she's qualified to hold it down for Lincoln. I still got problems with that. I still got problems with that. Um, But yeah, I got a few things that I want to discuss. A few things that I want to discuss. Brandy, good afternoon. Hold on, let me put these up here as they come in. Let's see, we got Brandy, yeah, Karen, Scott, Sean. Good afternoon. Got to let a few more people get in here. Robert, John. Good afternoon. Come in, say hello. Come in and say hello. Hello, Greg, Kenny, McConnell. Come in and say hello. Raven is a loose cannon. That's good. That's good. Black Lion. Now, how did is it Naiwusi? I don't want to butcher it, but it seemed like it's Naiwusi. Anthony, Tria, Carol, Raz. What's up? Michelle. Give a few people opportunity to get in here. A few people an opportunity to get in here. Vincent. Vincent, good afternoon. Crystal, good afternoon. Brent, good afternoon. Now, I have to warn y'all, I developed this cough. I ain't trying to tell all her business, but like Mrs. Livingston got this little cough, and we be all up on each other. So now I have this little cough. It ain't too bad, but I'm gonna have to cough every once in a while. And hold on, let me get to the mute button. I'll mute when I cough. And I'll have to cover my mouth because ain't nobody in the studio. Lewis, Roy. Who else we got? Vernon. Vernon worried about my money. Vernon, worry about your own money. I'm looking out for the safety and legal health of my friend Raven Monday. Victoria, good afternoon. Christine, come in, say hello. Come in, just say hello when you come in. That's all you gotta say. You don't have to say it, but I would appreciate it if you did. Tessie, Jason, Bonita, Marquita, Asia, who act like she don't even know I exist no more. She got my whole phone number and don't call me. And we spent years together, not in a relationship, but I saw her at least once a week for years. Jean, Dana, Brenda, Kenneth. See, we got Brent. Brent is there as well. Got Jeannie, Breenie, Kamikia. Hey, what's up? Olympia. That's not a name you see every day. Shahira. Vernon decided to get out of my pockets. Thank you. Tracy, Valisa. All right. Okay, that's enough of us here starting now. 513 717 5464. 513 717 5464. Quick couple updates. Update, I guess this would be number 2. Number 1 was the cough. Update number 2. I'm back on Facebook. Oh, Tanika, hey, what's up? Cindy, Cedric, Ruth. Oh, he says I said it correctly. It's Swahili for black. All right, you can't beat that, Miss Lucky Charm. All right, update number 2. Facebook. I'm back. I know you didn't even know I was gone. But yes, I'm back. They froze my account. Froze my account. They locked me out. They would not let me on Facebook until I installed some protection. But it couldn't protect me from them locking me out. So I am back. Nicole, I see you there. Jerika, it's actually Jerica, but for whatever reason, Lincoln can't seem to ever pronounce Jerica, and it's the funniest thing to me. But yes, I am back. That's part of why I wasn't here on Friday, but just a part of it. It wasn't the whole thing. Part of it was that little baby. She was still here on Friday, and then she was here on Sunday. So they came and got her on Saturday. So she wasn't here on Saturday. And so I was able to get some good, comfortable sleep. Because I really don't sleep all that well when she's here. And I don't know why. I feel like something kicks in and I'm always getting up, checking on her as if something's going to be wrong. But I'm just not used to having a kid in the house. So when she's here, I'm always hopping up, checking on her. Oh, is she all right? Oh, okay, she all right. She breathing? Yeah, she breathing. You know, you got to check, make sure the chest going up and down. I don't know why, as if something gonna happen. But if something were to happen, I don't want it to happen on my watch. I don't want it to happen on my watch. So yeah, then she wasn't here, and then she came back yesterday, and we went and tried to fly a kite, and didn't do a great job. It was a little too windy. It can be too windy to fly a kite. And yesterday was a little too windy to fly a kite. We flew it for just a few minutes, which was plenty enough for her. But there's a kid inside of me too. And the kid inside of me wanted to see it way up there, but it didn't get way up there. So, we had to do what we had to do. And then we went to the park. And when we went to the park, oh my God, that little baby ran me crazy. She had me sliding down, and y'all know those they're wonderful, but they are kind of like punk play yards where all the ground is soft around it. And ain't nothing wrong with it. But hold on. Ain't nothing wrong with it, but it ain't the same as, the hard ground. Just some good old-fashioned dirt. But it was cool. And so, they have this particular one has a little spiral slide going down, and it had another little slide going down, and it has some other things. And I like to push the little baby. I like to push her to the limit. So you're gonna do some stuff that you're not comfortable doing. So I made her climb everything. And she would do like 1 or 2 steps, and then she would look down and see how far up she was. And she would be like, I'm not comfortable. I'm not comfortable. And I'd be like, I got you, little baby. I got you. I'm not comfortable. And then she would like want to start crying, but I wouldn't let her cry. Stop. Stop that crying. I got you. I got you. It was like a trust building exercise and, a slight bullying exercise, but I wasn't going to let her be scared and quit. I've always believed this as one of my kids, or now grandkids. You're going to try stuff. You're going to try stuff that's scary, and you're going to complete it one time. Then if you don't like it, you ain't got to do it again. But you're not going to not do it simply because you're scared. You cannot do it because you can't do it. You're not physically able to complete the task. But you can't punk out because you're scared. Not acceptable. Not having that. So I didn't have it. And yeah, she did everything. And she, I'm scared. I'm not comfortable. And I'll be like, just take one more step. And then she'll take one more step, and then she'll look down. I say, stop looking down. I got you. And then you got me. I got you. You got me. I got you. And she would take one more step. I'm not comfortable. I'd be like, you already at the top now. Look, just reach over and grab that. Just reach over and grab it. And she didn't want to let go. Just grab it. I got you. You got me. I got you. I'm not comfortable. I'd be like, just do it. Do it. And then she'd reach over and she'd grab it. And then she'd look at me and she'd say, I'm comfortable now. And then she would just finish. And then she would want to do it like 12 times. Can I do it again? Sure, you can do it again. And then she would do it. But then we would go to the next one. And it was the same thing. Same thing. You got me. I got you. And then I was making her do stuff like go down the slide backwards. She was terrified. She was terrified. She did not want to go down backwards. I was like, okay, here. I'll go down backwards, but you got to sit on my lap. And so we went down backwards, and that didn't help. That didn't help none. But then I was like, go down backwards. And I knew once you do it once, she's going to be addicted. And then she would be up there. She was holding on, like almost sliding down. And that's because that was her thing. I'm not comfortable. I guess if she tell her mama and her daddy she not comfortable, they let her not do stuff. What the heck is going on? I'm gonna have to have a conversation with them about that. No. So then I kept telling her, I got you. I got you. And then I had to go. This was on the like little spiral thing, and I would go where she could see me. And I would hold my hands out like this. And I would say, I got you. And then she said, you're not going to let me hit the ground. I said, I'm not going to let you hit the ground. And she would almost let go. And she would say, you're not going to let me hit the ground. I'm not going to let you hit the ground. And she would almost let go. And she said, you got me. I got you. I got you. And she let go and she slid down. She said, can I do it again? Yes, you can do it again. You can do it again. So we had a ball, even though I'm wore out because I start pretending to be scared to do stuff too. Because I ain't want her to feel like a punk, even though she was being a punk. So I start pretending to be scared of stuff too. Like, you want me to climb up that rock? I'm scared. And then she was like, I got you, Papa. I got you. And I was thinking, if I fall, I'm killing both of us. If I fall on top of you from on top of this rock, we both dead. Or you might be dead and I just got a lot of broken bones. But it was fun. We had a ball. I'm a little sore and a little tired. Just because, you know. But I'm here. So that was the other update. But I got a few stories and I got a couple questions. See, I don't know where to start. So let me start with something a little less intense, because I got something that's really intense. And I got a question from y'all. I think I got a hair just rubbing the inside of my nose and it's irritating me. I'm sorry about that little break, but it's irritating me. All right, there we go. That's better. I'll start with something a little less intense, but I am going to want to ask you guys a question about a video. So be prepared. Be prepared for that. Y'all know, if this is your first time ever joining, again, welcome to the Afternoon Experiment. My name is Emanuel Livingston. My title is the King of Talk. It's still there. My title is the King of Talk. And, I come on periodically. I want to say like Monday through Friday, 1 to 3. But since I've been doing this, I don't think I've made it an entire week. And I'm not sure that I'll make it an entire week this week either. But I'll explain. Don't do nothing bad to me yet. But one of the things, if this is your first time joining, I hate self-checkout. I hate self-checkout. I think self-checkout is the end of jobs. Self-checkout is the end of jobs. They don't have to hire cashiers because you're working for them now. And I hate the idea that you are forcing me to work for you in order to buy something from you. I hate that. But that's the way it is. And now they're talking about the fact that there's this worker shortage, which there's not a worker shortage. I wish people would stop saying it. There is not a worker shortage. There is a pay shortage. There is a respect shortage. But there's not a worker shortage. There are people out here that command all of the jobs, or woman, all of the jobs that are out here. But we're not going to do it if you're not going to pay us a decent wage and treat us with respect. Pay us a decent wage and treat us with respect. I haven't looked at the numbers in a while. And for those of you who know me, you know, and for those of you who don't, you will quickly learn this. I don't remember stuff all that well, like facts and figures, numbers and statistics. I don't believe in statistics necessarily, but I don't remember facts and figures and stuff like that all that well. But the price of things has gone up dramatically. I'm not talking about since Joe Biden took over. I'm talking about in the last 20 years. But salaries have stayed stagnant. And so I think what the coronavirus did was the coronavirus, for a lot of people, I don't know if I'm included in that. I guess I'll have to do some kind of introspection and come to the conclusion as to whether or not it had this effect on me. But for a lot of people, it showed them that you don't have to put up with this. People lost their jobs because of the coronavirus and were still somehow able to make it. They didn't, they had to make ends meet however they could, and they were still somehow able to make it. And they wasn't going to a job where people treated them disrespectfully, and they were making whatever they could make. And I think a lot of people made the decision that, you know what? I don't have to put up with this stuff. I don't have to put up with bad treatment and with low wages. If I'm gonna not make money, I might as well not make money on my own terms. And so people have been fighting for $15 an hour, which some people like conservatives and stuff like that, they're looking at it like $15 an hour. Oh my God, how dare we pay somebody $15 an hour to flip our burgers and all of that nonsense. $15 an hour ain't no money. Y'all know how much stuff costs nowadays. $15 an hour ain't no money. So people was like, look, if I got to get out and hustle, but at least I can hustle on my own terms. And I don't have to deal with people who don't want to treat me with respect. And I might make more money hustling than I was making at that job that wasn't treating me with no respect. So that's what I'm going to do. So there's not a worker shortage. Just employers still haven't learned the lessons of respect and paying people a decent wage. Back to the self-checkout. So apparently one of the things that's about to happen is Kroger, they're kind of using this worker shortage as an excuse. Because now, even though I know you thought that they had plenty, the Kroger stores that I go into, some of them have 20 or 30 self-checkout lanes. And it might be 5, 6 regular checkout lanes. Well, that's probably about to change. Because now, the regular checkout lanes with the belt and the cashier, they're going to take the cashier off those lanes. And now you can check out your bigger orders all by your damn self. Just check it out and put it on the belt. And they will have a courtesy cashier. A courtesy cashier to a courtesy bagger, not a cashier, a courtesy bagger to bag your stuff after you done checked yourself out, which is better than some of the Kroger stores that I gone to where there was an actual cashier and they looked at me like, nigga, you gonna bag your own shit? Cause we ain't gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? That's the way they was looking at me. I could hear it. I am the king of talk. If this is your first time, one of the things that you are granted when you win the title of King of Talk is the ability sometimes to hear what people are thinking in spoken form. And I went and I checked out, and the girl told me how much, and I paid her. And then we both stood there looking at each other. So I'm looking at my stuff down there, and she looking at me and then looking at my stuff. She was leaning and had that attitude, the neck rolling attitude. I think she did roll her neck a few times. And I could hear her thinking, nigga, you need to bag your own shit. I'm not bagging your shit. Who you think I am? You know, and I stood there, and then eventually she bagged it. But that's what they're gonna be doing now. They're taking the longer lines with the belts, and they're turning those into self-checkout lanes. And y'all know that this bothers me. This bothers me. This is from Cincinnati.com. Alexander Coolidge. In the coming weeks, dozens of local Kroger stores in greater Cincinnati, northern Kentucky, and the Dayton area will get a couple of new, larger self-checkout lanes that the supermarket giant has been testing in Columbus. At the new stations, shoppers will still scan their own purchases, but once an item is swiped, a belt moves it to a bagging station. There's no cashier, but a courtesy clerk will bag your groceries. And then here's the excuse. As Kroger and many retailers continue to grapple with a nationwide labor shortage, the new checkout system might be just the thing to speed up the checkout process. All of y'all self-checkout people are annoying as heck. Y'all are annoying as heck. Now look, here's what I've said this, I don't know how many times, and I mean it. I will do the self-checkout if I get a discount. Give me the employee discount. Give me the employee discount, and then I will do it. But no, other than that, no. I don't work for you. I'm a customer. What's gonna be next? What's gonna be next? I go to McDonald's to buy me a burger, and I gotta go in the back and fry my own burger? Yeah, okay. I want it's Big Mac at McDonald's, right? I want a Big Mac. All right. There's the 2 all beef patties. There's the special sauce. There's the lettuce. There's the cheese. Pickles are over there. Onions over there. The buns on that side. See them 2 little round patties? Throw 2 of them on the grill. You gotta flip it. You gotta flip it. All right, there you go. Now just do it. There's the boxes right there. Put it in the box. All right. Have a great day. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. You know what? I go there for a certain amount of service. There's a certain amount of service that I want when I go to a spot. And if I'm going to a grocery store, I want you to ring me out. You got a Kroger card? Oh, let me put in my ID. Put in the number for the time. All right. Thank you, valued customer. Roll up the receipt. You know how they do. Take it out and roll it up. You want the receipt in the bag or you want it in your hand? Either way. But I want service. And those of y'all, Nikki, talking about y'all like doing checking out yourself, no waiting in line. I'm sorry. I don't do the self-checkout. And here's something that I've noticed that maybe y'all will start noticing. Maybe y'all will start noticing. The self-checkout line sometimes is longer than the line with the cashier. I've gotten in the line with the cashier and gotten out before people standing in the self-checkout line. That self-checkout line be long as hell sometimes. Now look, I get it. I kind of get it. If you got one item, and I mean, the way it is now, there might be one lane open. And then there's somebody in that one lane who went grocery shopping. You know, old school grocery shopping like your mama used to do, with the whole cart full and stuff stuffed on the bottom and probably carrying something in this arm. Now, in that case, you got one item and there is no long line at the self-checkout. It makes sense. In that case, it makes sense. I still wouldn't do it. Yes, I have waited in that line behind somebody's mama who went grocery shopping, bought a whole lot of vegetables, and can't nobody figure out how much none of the vegetables are. I've done it. But I will wait there because somebody gonna wait on me. Somebody gonna wait on me. But now they taking even those ones away. Yo mama and yo grand. Think about how bad this is about to be. Somebody's grandmama is about to go shopping. Y'all, I'm not making this up. Somebody's grandmama is about to go shopping. Yes, shopping like grandmamas do. Whole cart full of stuff, vegetables, the whole nine. And they gonna have to self-checkout. They still trying to write a check. And they gonna have to self-checkout at the long line. That's gonna be terrible. You got a peach there. You gotta put in the code. I need my glasses, baby. I can't see this number. I can't. I'm not making fun of the old people because that's me now. That's me now. I can't see nothing. I ain't got no glasses. I need to go get some glasses, but I can't see nothing. Well, that's somebody grandmama. Wait, what's this? 407 8. Baby, it say 4078. And I put in 4078 and it didn't do it. I don't know what to do. And then the courtesy bagger gonna have to come up. Oh, that's not a 4, ma'am. That's a 9. 907 8. I put it in. It's telling me I got to put it on the scale, baby. Why I got to put it on the scale? It's just gonna be crazy. Y'all know I'm not lying. Y'all know I'm not lying. Just ring that lady out. Check her out. Let her write her check. Where do I put the check in, baby? I wrote the check. I don't know where to put the check in. Check? You're writing a check. I got my ID. You need me to take it out of this thing? It's so hard to get it out of this thing. I don't know why they make this thing so tight, baby. But it's so hard to get my driver's license out of this thing. I just can't. Just hire some people and pay them a decent wage and treat them with respect. There's not a labor shortage, and I don't work for you. But they about to step it up. They about to step it up. more of those daggone self-checkout lines. Y'all know it irritate me, but okay. All right. Oh, it's just gonna be all bad. Also, I'm going like less serious to slightly more serious. I might back up and do a little less serious again before I get to the more serious thing where I'm gonna need y'all help. This story is not funny. I'm saying it right now. This story is not funny, okay? So don't be complaining. Why are you laughing about it? Because it's gonna be some dude. Oh, I'm sorry. Hey, Brent, I missed your call. Call me back. I apologize. 513-717-King. 513-717-King. I turned the ringer off. I had to turn it. I didn't like that noise in my ear the last time. So I turned the ringer off and I missed your call. But then y'all heard that little noise that let me know that I just missed a call. So I apologize. You can call me back. I'm paying attention now. But this, okay, let me go back to the phone. Let me go to the phone. 513-717-King. Hello.
Hey, good afternoon, Emanuel. This is Brent from the House. How are you doing today?
Brent, I'm doing all right. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing good. Just trying to make sure I call in regularly so we'll keep this phone line open. I don't know how much it's costing you, but hey, you can't say that I didn't try to call in a couple brother out. So.
I appreciate it.
Not a problem. But yeah, you're talking about the self-checkout.
Yes.
And everything. Oh, man, there's that COVID-2 cough again. Oh, well.
Oh.
But yeah, I feel your pain there, and sometimes you see the people in those self checkouts, and they got 50 million items, and they got their children trying to help out, and don't nobody know what they're doing. And I've tried to go to Kroger or Aldi. You don't have to worry about that. The lines are long, but those lines go through quickly, and they get you in and out. But yeah, sometimes the folks that are there, or they wind up getting in the lane to where they only take cards. And they got cash. And then the lady has to come over there and back them all out. And it's like, oh my goodness. So I try to do it either early in the morning or late at night to get the riffraff out of the way so I can get in and get out. So
see, I can't, and it's just me, but I have issues here and there. I can't go to the grocery store and like think seriously about groceries early in the morning or late at night. That's a middle of the day thing for me.
Oh, and you got to have your shopping list. You got my shopping list on the phone. So, but with that, if it's not on my shopping list, then it don't get gotten. I've gotten home before looking like, God, I forgot to get some bread. But yeah, that's the only thing that keeps me in line now what to get, because I just don't like going down. But a marketing trap. And you go in there for $10 worth of stuff and leave with 150. So, so that's how I try to do it.
All right.
But yeah, but all right. Hey, well, good to have you back. Yeah, and little baby, all to do.
Oh, you're breaking up.
You were supposed to. What? Can you hear me? Hello.
I can hear you now.
Baby, that's what. So fathers and grandfathers are supposed to do is encourage their children and grandchildren, let them know they're safe, and get them that you will not allow little baby to get hurt. So now I'm sure every time she goes back to that park, she'll want to do the exact same thing that she was initially afraid to do.
Yes.
So I'm down with you. I'm Team Emanuel on this one.
All right. Hey, Brent, I appreciate your call.
All right, take it easy.
All right. That was Brent. He broke up a little bit there, but I understood what he was saying. Okay, this other story, or this next story, because I got a few. I don't know how many I'll get to, but I got a few. And again, story is not funny. And it's hard to, I don't know it's not funny. All right. It's not funny. But Megan Thee Stallion, apparently, she was a little emotional. She was talking to Gayle King, and she said that what's the dude name? What's the what is his name? The dude who shot her in the foot. It's not funny. It is not funny. Well, what's the dude name that shot her in the foot? Anyway, she said he told her, dance, bitch. That is not funny. Why would you tell somebody that? Oh. Why would you tell somebody that just start shooting at their feet? That is terrible. That is terrible. But I don't necessarily want to talk about that portion of it, okay? I don't necessarily, and it is not funny. Absolutely not funny. But so apparently he told her to dance and he started shooting at her feet. It's just terrible. She says, all I hear is this man screaming. And he said, dance, bitch. And he starts shooting. And I'm like, oh my God. But when the police came, and again, it is not funny. Oh, it's not funny. But apparently, when the police came, she didn't tell the police that she had been shot. She says that she had told them that her wounds came from broken glass. And they say she explained that in the moment, this is the part that I want to talk about, that in the moment, she hadn't trusted the police to protect her. She says, why the F would I tell the police somebody got a gun in this car and this end shot me? So I can get shot, you can get shot, she can get shot, he can get shot. Yeah. She didn't want to put herself in a position to get anybody shot, even though she had already gotten shot. And that's the part of this whole story. And we can talk about all kind of other stuff. I would imagine somebody can talk about all kinds of other stuff with regard to this story. But hey, y'all, and some of y'all say, you talk about police too much. You talk about this too much. And, you don't like police and you don't like that. Look, y'all, we got a serious problem that nobody really wants to address. Our lack of trust in our community of the police is real. It is real. Now, do I believe necessarily that the police would have came up and shot her? No. She got shot in the foot. They wouldn't have came in. Do I believe that it's possible that this guy, who I know y'all typed his name, but I don't remember, that he might have ended up dead behind this? Yeah. Yeah. Because a lot of times we feel like we can't trust law enforcement to be fair and reasonable when it comes to our lives. And okay, you just shot me in the foot. And clearly you're not happy about getting shot in the foot, but I don't want you to die because of that. I want you to die because of that. And I don't trust law enforcement enough to feel like they're not going to do anything. Like shoot you. And hey, that's an issue. I don't know that that's an issue that we have to take care of as much as it is an issue that law enforcement has to take care of. Samuel says, that's a head scratcher. You've been shot. and you don't want to have the person that shot you shot by law enforcement. How's that a head scratcher? That makes perfect sense to me. That makes perfect sense to me. I've been shot. But hold on, I got to move something here so I can. Come on, move. Why are you doing that? Why did it take away my background? There we go. This thing acting up today. But no, it makes perfect sense to me. It makes perfect sense to me that you might do something to me and I want you held accountable for it. But I don't want you dead because of it. And we've seen enough. We've seen enough where law enforcement deals with people in an exceptionally aggressive and deadly manner. Jason says, if a person shoots me, I want someone to shoot him. If someone does something to me, if a person shoots me, in particular, in my foot, well, yeah, I want something bad to happen to him. Yeah, I do. I probably want to be the person to do something bad to him, but yeah, I want him arrested. I want him charged. I want him to spend some time, go to jail and all of that kind of stuff. But I don't necessarily want the police to come and kill them. You understand what I'm saying? Like, there's a difference. I don't necessarily want the police to come and kill them. And the fact that that's the first thing that enters into her mind, that's a problem. It's not her problem, but that is a problem. And it's a problem, not that they have any incentive to, but it's a problem that law enforcement has to solve. It's a problem that law enforcement has to solve. Do you want a rapist to get raped in prison? No. I don't think anybody should get raped in prison. I think you should be protected when you're in prison. You're in prison. That's your punishment. You're in prison. That's the punishment. The punishment ain't, because if that's the case, then why put them in prison? Just take them to the police station and have the police rape them. But that's not the punishment. So no, I don't want the rapist to get raped in prison. I don't want anybody to get raped in prison. I don't want anybody to get stabbed in prison. I don't want anybody to get beat in prison. I don't want anybody to get mistreated in prison. So someone shoots you in your foot and you don't tell law enforcement, well, no one shot me in my foot. But I think I understand what you're asking. Apparently, Samuel, yes. Someone shot her in her foot and she did not, on scene, tell law enforcement he's the one with the gun and he just shot me, because she didn't want to see him dead. Let's see. You shoot me, I don't care what happens to you. Well, that's you. That's you. And I'm not telling y'all to feel how she felt. I'm saying I understand how she felt. I understand how she felt. Now, maybe y'all don't. Look, okay, Lonzo, you want to see more dead Black people. Cool. And you got that right. You got that right. I'm not, Samuel, you want to see more dead Black people. Okay, cool. Y'all want to see dead Black people. She didn't. And I kind of respect that. But Samuel says that's problematic. It is. That's actually Samuel. I don't know if you're paying attention. That's the point I'm making, is that it's problematic. Now, I think we disagree as to why it's problematic. We disagree as to why it's problematic. But I do agree it's problematic. Come on, E, you know you don't care what happens to the McMichaels that killed Brother Arbery. I don't think they should be in jail getting raped. They're in jail. That's the punishment. That's the punishment. Do I care on a level like I know those McMichaels and I want the best for them? No, I don't care on that level. But just in the sense that prisons are not supposed to be we're not supposed to be a society that tortures people, that puts people in horrible situations. That whole cruel and unusual punishment thing, supposedly we mean that, right? So if you go to jail, your punishment is you're in jail. That's your punishment. But if we start saying, okay, it's cool for people in jail to be abused, and where do you draw the line? So it's cool for them to be raped. That's what we're saying. It's cool for them to be raped. Samuel and them is saying it's cool that police kill people. I'll deal with that in a moment. But it's cool, you saying, for people to be raped, stabbed, beaten, mistreated by guards. Tell me where we draw the line. Tell me, where do we draw the line? And it's an honest question that I'm asking. If you cool with it, so then you go to jail. Because you can't, this is where I wasn't going here with this, but since y'all bring it up, this is where your thing, you're gonna have some amazing reason why this is okay and that's not okay. But if your idea is, if you go to jail, anything should be able to happen to you because you're in jail. So if you got a capias out and they take you down to Hamilton County Justice Center, you cool with you getting raped, right? That should be the norm. Hey, fresh meat, raping. Oh no, they should only rape you based on what you in there for, maybe. So what, everybody should have to assign capias, rapist, murderer. Everybody should have to, I'm accused of this. Well, I'm accused of this. Well, I'm accused of this. Oh, we can rape him. Now we can't rape him. Oh, we can stab him. No, we can't stab him, no. So one of your loved ones go to jail for, I don't know, assault. Get into a fight and end up in jail, convicted, because, assault is not legal. Y'all pull a Will Smith. Go and slap somebody because they said something that y'all feel like they ain't got no business saying. They get prosecuted, they get convicted, they go to jail. They should get raped, right? Because he slapped somebody. He should get raped. That makes sense, don't it? No, it don't. It does not make sense. Everything you said is what is happening in prison. It's the main reason we try to avoid such a hellhole. But it shouldn't be happening. But the fact that, I don't know, as a society, we're so vindictive. And I guess we don't think about stuff until it happens to us. Because if you end up in jail, in prison, Lewis, you saying you want to be raped, right? Because if you think it's fine to do, then you got to acknowledge that if I'm in jail and they rape me, I got to be cool with it, right? Of course not. Of course not. Man, you take things so far out of context. What did I take out of context? What did I take out of context? Oh, you just saying something. You definitely not going to answer the question. But if you consider taking things to their logical conclusion, taking things out of context. Maybe we should take more things out of context. Maybe we should take more things out of context because that's the point. That's the point. That's why you don't allow certain things, because it's like when I'm watching these First Amendment audits and they say, I don't give up my rights. And a lot of, I know if y'all were watching them, y'all be saying, just show them your ID. Just do what they say do. But these guys say all the time, if you don't exercise your rights, you lose them, right? If you don't exercise your rights, you lose them. Here's what that means. That means if I just give up my ID when I don't have to, then it becomes commonplace. And then we end up in the position that we're in right now, where when I don't have to give up my ID, police are killing people for not giving up their ID. Yes, police are killing people for not giving up their ID. Because I don't stop when the police say stop and they have no reasonable, articulable suspicion that a crime has happened, is happening, or is about to happen. But they say stop just because, and I don't stop. Police are killing people for that. No, they're not, Emanuel. Yes, they are. Because somebody felt like, just do it. Just do it. No, you gotta take things to the next logical step, because that's where people take things. Lewis just said, would you take things too far? Hold on. Didn't Lewis say this is happening in prisons? I think we all assume that it's happening in prisons, but it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be happening. Well, but they bad people. And if we put them in a place where it's okay to rape them, how are we any better? How are we any better? Rape is bad. Oh, he raped somebody. Well, put him in prison and let somebody rape him. I thought rape was bad. Well, rape is bad unless it's the rapist being raped, but then that's still rape. So ain't rape bad, or is rape not bad? See, you just taking things out of context. Murder is bad. Oh, murder is bad? So put them in prison and then hopefully they get murdered. But I thought murder was bad. Well, it's bad, but it's bad if you did it and then somebody else did it, then it was bad the first time that it was done, but then the second time that it was done, see, you taking things out of context. It's bad. And it shouldn't happen, even in prison. It shouldn't happen even in prison. But of course, the point that I was making about the whole deal with Megan Thee Stallion is the fact that I wouldn't want nobody to get killed. I wouldn't want nobody to get killed. Just like I don't want to get killed, I don't want to see somebody killed in that way for that reason. I wouldn't. But the fact that we think that that's what's going to happen says that we have a problem. It says that we have a problem that apparently a number of y'all are comfortable with. Like, y'all really don't see that as the problem. Y'all really want police, because hear what y'all said. But I said, I'm going to run this conversation back, and then I'm going to point out, I know this is going to be taking it too far and taking it out of context, but this is actually what happened. And if I'm wrong, somebody tell me. Megan Thee Stallion got shot in the foot. She didn't tell the police that the person who shot her in the foot shot her in the foot. She said she got cut by some glass. The reason why she said that is because she didn't want the person to be killed by the police. Y'all said that's crazy. Because if somebody shot me, then I want them to get killed by the police. Translation. Police should show up. You're comfortable with police showing up, executing people if they did something you didn't like. That's what I heard or read. You're comfortable with police showing up and executing people on the scene if they did something to you. Now tell me if I'm wrong. If that's not what basically was said, if that's not what a reasonable person could pull from the comments that were posted, tell me I'm wrong. Somebody tell me I'm wrong. And then we wonder, well, why police do this to people? Because there's enough of us that say we comfortable with it. It's enough of us, not just black people, us. It's enough of us citizens that given the right set of circumstances, I didn't see nothing. I didn't see what happened. Or, well, it's okay for it to happen. So once you tell police it's all right to show up and execute people, how can you then get mad when they show up and execute people? Well, I meant it was okay to execute the people that I wanted executed, not okay to execute people that I didn't want executed. You have to think sometimes about what you're saying. Think about what you're saying. And if you did think about what you're saying and that's still where you are, then we part ways there. We part ways there. All right. Also, hold on, let me see. I'm not some of y'all favorite attorney. Your favorite attorney. Hold on. Just real quick. Who is your favorite attorney? Who is your favorite attorney? Just so y'all know I want to see if y'all know who I'm talking about before I even give the story or say anything about it. I sarcastically said some of y'all favorite attorney. Just a quick guess. Who might I be talking about? Quick guess. Who might I be talking about? It's not Tracy Hunter. I am not talking about Tracy Hunter. The Law Dog. All right, not talking about the Law Dog. Clyde. Not talking about Clyde. Hold on. Ben Crump. Clyde. Crump. Ben. Johnny Cochran. I do not. I'm sorry. I do not have a story about Johnny Cochran. Ben Crump. Ben Crump, some of y'all's favorite attorney. He is warning of racial bias to the Biden administration. Yeah, apparently the Biden administration, they've indicated they plan on banning menthol flavored cigarettes. Yeah, they want to ban menthol flavored cigarettes as part of a larger effort to prohibit flavored tobacco products. Now, hold on, let me just for a moment, let me talk about that. For just a moment, let me talk about they're talking about banning menthol flavored cigarettes as a part of getting flavored cigarettes. I thought like, because they got like grape flavored stuff and like fruit flavored stuff. When I think of flavors that are gonna attract young people, menthol is not one of the flavors that I think of. I've tasted a menthol cigarette. You know, both my parents, when I was younger, they both smoked. And I believe they both smoked menthols. And it had like a little minty taste to it. It was, I mean, it was cigarette smoke, so it was nasty. And it had a mint taste to it. So it was minty smoke. Just nasty. Now they never knew. Actually, what I did was I was curious. I went and there was a not all the way smoked cigarette, like a cigarette butt, but it wasn't like all the way down. And you know, I lit it and I yuck. It was nasty. That was it for cigarette smoking for me. I tried it that one time. It was horrible. It was horrible. So I'm not sure that menthol, I could be wrong. That's why I said I'm not sure. But I'm not sure that menthol is drawing all the boys to the yard. You know what I'm saying? Like all of the little kids, it's like, oh, mommy, I want some menthol. You know what I'm saying? I just don't see that. But anyway, apparently, the Biden administration, they plan to ban menthol flavored cigarettes as a part of a larger effort to prohibit flavored tobacco products. And they say these measures are intended to help children who are enticed to become smokers through the availability of products like flavored e-cigarettes and, of course, the inclusion of menthol in cigarettes. But everyone's favorite attorney, Ben Crump says, look, I know that y'all got good intentions in doing this, but sometimes the road to hell is paved with good intentions. He says, paraphrasing, you creating another reason for police to have interactions with Black people that could potentially end up with Black people having unnecessary charges against them, or even in horrible cases, or some of y'all might think great incidents, where Black people end up dead. Where Black people end up dead because they had menthol cigarettes. There's no reason, he's saying, to pass this to include menthol cigarettes because, and now the statistic was in here. The statistic was in here. I think it's like 85%. Where is it? 85% of Black smokers favor menthol cigarettes over non-menthol. And so he's saying, hey, look, if you got 85% basically of Black smokers are smoking menthol, and then you ban menthol cigarettes, now all police have to do is see a Black person smoking. They can say it's reasonable to assume that that Black person was smoking a menthol cigarette, which is now illegal to smoke, which gives them a reason to approach Black people. And we know, even though some of y'all celebrate this, but we know that sometimes when police interact, even over these small little things, those things can go bad. We know this. So he's saying, don't do it. He's fighting against it. He says, just because you say there's a ban doesn't mean there isn't going to be a demand for them. And he says nicotine is an addictive drug. If you ban them all tomorrow, this doesn't mean people will stop having a desire to get something they're addicted to, so they'll go to the black market. He says once that happens, then you have Black people becoming convicted felons for selling loose cigarettes. And something like that could have a tremendous impact on the Black community by criminalizing a common activity in a racially biased way. He says he knows that there might be some potential health benefits to Black Americans. He said, but at what cost? And then he went back to he reflected on the 1990s tough on crime legislation as a useful comparison. He said, everybody said, oh, this is a good thing. And then you look at it 20 years later, and half the community was in prison. So are we against Ben Crump on this one? Ben is against Ben Crump on this one. Ben says he's reaching. How is he reaching? I don't know why I asked Ben these questions, because he never has an answer. He just wants to say stuff, and I think he thinks that make him sound deep, but then he can't actually discuss them in any meaningful way. How is it reaching? That if you make menthol cigarettes, which 85% of Black smokers smoke, according to the statistic that they said. I don't know how they come up with that statistic. I don't know. But for the sake of argument, we'll roll with it because it was in the story. 85 out of every 100 Black people who smoke, according to that statistic, they're smoking menthols. And now you're going to ban menthols. So then where am I going to get my menthol cigarettes? And then if I'm walking around with a cigarette, here's the argument that could be made on the police side. He was smoking. And we know 85% of Black people who smoke menthol. So it's reasonable. I'm telling you, this is the argument that I believe they will make. So it's reasonable for me to assume that if I see a Black person smoking, they might be smoking menthol cigarettes. Thus, they might be committing a potentially criminal offense, or at the very least, an offense that's frowned upon. Like how in Cincinnati, they've decriminalized weed, but you can still get in trouble for having weed. That's still a reason why the police can have contact with you. He was smoking weed. But it's decriminalized. I don't mean it's legal. So he's saying, if you criminalize this, that's more reason for the police to be contacting citizens. And the more police contacts that we have, the more of a chance for something to go wrong. Now, I know somebody probably ain't that bright will look at that and say, that's reaching. That's not reaching. It's not reaching at all. Let's see. Hold on. I saw something from Nicole and I wanted to put it up there. But apparently a lot of people have said something since Nicole. She says, how about they ban bullets for assault weapons? It's a totally different topic. I thought I saw something else from Nicole that was okay, here we go. If you're going to ban tobacco, ban it all, not just a specific flavor that is predominantly smoked by Black people. And that's what Ben Crump is saying. But if you pick out menthol, which is predominantly smoked by Black people, then you're doing a little more. Are there any other flavors for tobacco? Is it just menthol or regular? Not talking about vaping, just referring to tobacco. There are. Again, I've seen grape. And I think cherry. But I know I've seen grape. Those cigars. I've seen grape flavored cigars. I think I've seen cherry and berry. But I know for a fact that I've seen grape. So yeah. Yeah, it does exist. Let's see. There was something else. There was something else that I saw. Let's see. Tobacco has its own distinct flavor. Everything else is an additive. And yeah, they add flavors to tobacco, but they're and look, I get the idea of saying no grape flavored cigarettes and cigars that might entice children to smoke. This purple stuff, who don't like purple stuff? Apple flavor, who don't like green stuff? You know what I'm saying? I get that. What kid? So, hey, kid, I got some great drink. I was about to say juice, but Dave Chappelle, he warned me about that. I got some grape drink for you. It's purple. What? Grape drink? Yeah. Got some apple drink for you. It's green. What? Apple drink? Yeah. I got some orange drink for you. It's orange. So yeah, I could see that same thing going for tobacco products. Menthol, on the other hand, I don't know about that. I don't know about menthol. So I can roll with them on the different fruit flavored stuff. Ban that. Ban that. What did Chappelle warn you about? Talking about grape juice. He warned me about talking about grape juice. Grape drink. That's what black people drink. Grape drink. Juice. What the fuck is juice? Give me some grape drink. This is a part of his comedy routine. It's not that serious. I think he means grape drink turns your stomach that color. Okay, well, I don't know what color my stomach is, so it don't matter. I can't see it, so it don't really matter. And I would imagine if grape drink turned your stomach purple, wouldn't grape juice turn your stomach purple? Grape juice stains a whole lot more than grape drink. We know cigarettes are highly addictive, and it's biased to target a specific flavor. White people will lose their minds and feel targeted if you ban their Marlboros. All right. He said grape juice is for white people because it costs more. We drink the drink, not juice. It's cheaper. It was. Cindy says it's the artificial flavor. I mean, the artificial color. That don't make sense. That don't make sense. But it even if that's the case, I can't see my stomach, so I don't know if it's purple inside or not. And then once I die and you can actually see it, I'm dead. So I don't care if it's purple because I'm dead. It can be green, it could be rainbow striped for all I care. I'm dead. What's the call-in number again? 717 King. 717 5464. 717 5464. That's the number. And shoot. See, now I did all that stuff and I moved it. Is that it? Yeah, that's it right there. By the way, what was the name? Just because I just said it, and I have a couple more stories that I want to talk about. What was the name of the rainbow striped gum? Well, I believe it was a horse was their mascot. What was the name of the rainbow striped gum? It was delicious for about 5 minutes. What was the name of the rainbow? No, Juicy Fruit was not rainbow striped. Juicy Fruit was a fruit stripe. Fruit stripe. Okay. With the giraffe. Yes. That fruit stripe gum was pretty good. It was pretty good. And it lasted for about 5 minutes. It lasted for about 5 minutes. It wasn't like Double Bubble, which lasts for like 25 seconds. Oh, it was a zebra. Okay, you're right. You're right. It was a zebra. Tina says it was a zebra. It wasn't a giraffe. It was a zebra. My bad. My bad. That makes sense because the zebra has stripes. So, okay. Why did I think it was a giraffe then? Lifesavers. It wasn't lifesavers. So Ben Crump arguing to keep menthol in the black community. Got it. All right. Glad you got it. Sometimes you just let ignorance be ignorance and don't even you just let that happen. But yeah, I'm all right with taking out the fruit flavor stuff. I'm all right with banning that. As a manufacturer, you can't put fruit flavors in your cigarettes, cigars, or whatever the case may be. Giraffe has stripes too. Do they? I thought they kind of got spots, kind of indistinct blotches, but not stripes like a zebra. But that, I don't know. That was just what I thought. Fruits are natural. Fruits might be natural, but they not putting that stuff in there to be natural. They putting that stuff in there to entice children. That I do believe. And I'm with Ben Crump on this one. I know y'all don't like, some of y'all don't like him, but I'm with Ben Crump on this one. I'm with Ben Crump on this one. He says, no, sir. In the zebra family, hold on, let me see. Giraffe. Those are not stripes. I'm looking at a picture of a giraffe. Those are not stripes. Hold on, let me see some of this stuff. You know, I feel like having the internet, exit full screen there, and roll this one over here. Yeah, those are not stripes. That's a giraffe, not stripes. So we got the internet now. You very rarely ever have to guess about anything. No reason to guess about most things. they are something, but they didn't look like stripes to me. But that was it looks like a map on their body. Yes. Don't diss the giraffe, King. Man, you're my favorite creature. I have a key ring of a giraffe. I didn't diss giraffes. I didn't diss giraffes. I actually thought the fruit striped gum was a giraffe as a mascot, but then somebody pointed out to me that it was a zebra. Giraffes could have stripes if you a cockeyed child. But no, I'm down with Crump. I'm down with Crump on this one. Down with Crump on this one. All right, hold on. Let me go here. There's another story or two. Come on. Now my computer want to freeze up on me and not show me my stories. This is terrible. Oh, computer. We running slow. I think that picture of that giraffe made my computer run slow now. This is from Friday, I do believe. 2 teens caught on camera fighting inside a girl's bathroom at Gamble Montessori Junior High School. And one of the girl's grandparents is speaking out because she says her granddaughter isn't safe at school. She wants to transfer. She says, I'm so mad. She can't even go to school and be protected outside of her home. This is not right. She's at her breaking point in the aftermath of the fight. And they kind of show the fight. It's all bleeped out. You know, it's a serious girl fight. She says she could have died that day. Like I told him, he lucky God has his hands on my baby. I'm so mad. She talked to the principal several times about the fight. She says her granddaughter was suspended because of it Monday. But now her granddaughter is back at school. She don't feel like her granddaughter is safe at school. I told you, look, they just hold on. We went from cigarettes to non-existent giraffe stripes. They don't protect children, young people at school. They don't do it. They don't protect young people at school. How many of y'all saw this footage? And you can't really see nothing. Hold on, let me see if I have to scoot over this way. Let's see if I can get this footage up here. Oh, stop it. Stop acting up. Computer acting up. It might take a while. If I move this way. Oh, I don't want to see the commercial. Hold on, wait. When the commercial go off, then I'll put it back up. It's telling me 5 seconds. I love the countdown on the commercials. That's the fight. I don't know who the granddaughter is or whatever, but they and that's the grandmother. She's upset. The grandmother is upset. I don't necessarily, we go back to the fight. They don't protect young people in schools. They just don't do it. And you would think that CPS would have had kind of enough of that. What the little kid who killed himself? You would think CPS would have had enough. And they would say, we're going to go out the way to protect our students. But it's terrible. It's terrible. No, my computer is nowhere near that slow. And why y'all still talking about the giraffes? Samuel, the guy who believes it's okay to rape people in prison, he says, maybe that wasn't Samuel. It is troubling. You can't just go to school without all these issues. It is. It is. That lady looked like Nikki Ancestor. I'm not even sure what that means. My grandson went to school with the little 3rd grader who committed suicide in Price Hills. I grill my grandchildren about bullying and their feelings. And here's what I've learned. This is a little bit of an update about the little baby and her bullying situation. Okay, apparently, yes, she went to school and she punched the little kid and all that kind of stuff. Oh no, Samuel says, wait, I don't believe you should be raped in prison. Okay, well, maybe that's why I said maybe it wasn't you. Maybe it was somebody else. Even though I thought it was you who was saying, I can't go all the way back to the comments to see who were the people who were saying that it was okay to rape people in prison. But if you say it wasn't you, then I'll take your word for it. Okay, apparently she went to school, she punched the kid. The parents still want to meet. But her parents, kind of like Mary says, her parents grill her every day. Like, I'd be picking her up and how did her day go? And I say, well, I don't really know. I ask her, how was your day? And she just says, it was good. And then you try to do out of what did you learn? What did what did you do? All of that kind of stuff. But then my daughter said, well, let me talk to her. Okay. Put her on the phone. And she says, they ask her very specific questions. Did anybody hit you? Did anybody call you names? Did anybody pick with you? Who, I don't know how, but I guess they can kind of see stuff that's happening in the class. Who is that in the red shoes standing next to you? And I'm like, oh my God, I would not have been an effective child if I had to. It made me anxious. And it got to the point where the little baby says, I don't want to talk about it. And I had to tell, like, maybe y'all don't grill her quite as hard. But maybe, I didn't tell them not to, but maybe don't grill her quite that hard. Because she just gets to the point now where she just shut down. But they keep going. But I guess if you want to, if you want to protect your children, it's a shame that you have to do all of that. Mary says, right, I appreciate the video cameras in the classroom. I didn't even know this was a thing. I didn't know this was a thing. She sent me a picture, a still shot on my phone. And she said, who is this little boy in the red shoes? And I'm thinking, where did you get a still shot from the classroom? But apparently, they have cameras in the classroom that the parents have access to, which I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how I feel about that. Lewis says we need to teaching our children to commit suicide. I'm not even gonna finish reading that. That's just stupid. Nobody's teaching children to commit suicide. I don't even know what the rest of it said. Nobody's teaching our children. What? And again, I'm not saying that you're stupid, but that was stupid. Nobody's teaching our children to commit suicide. All right, if you have a bad day in school today, you can always just kill yourself. You could take a gun and you can put it to your. Nobody's doing that. That's just stupid. Is this in CPS? Yeah. This is in CPS. Yeah. Yeah. It's in CPS. Yes, I encourage the parents of my adolescents in therapy to be mindful of overwhelming them with questions because it creates feelings of anxiety. Well, she kind of shut down, once it got to a point. Yeah. Cameras in the classroom, yet baby's hair still getting pulled out by workers. Yeah. Look, I'm assuming because it wasn't definitely a classroom photo. I'm assuming, I know she didn't go to the school and just stand there and take a picture. Phones make that sound now, so you can do that now. But yeah, I didn't know that this was a thing until last week. Suicide is a learned behavior. Okay, I'm not even gonna finish that. just you say some outlandish stuff, and you probably don't believe it to be outlandish, but you say outlandish things. They messed up my Starbucks latte. Now I just want to die. Okay, I don't know what that means either. Some of this stuff I don't put up there. Gloria says, good afternoon. Good afternoon, Gloria. Excuse me. All right. Let's see. I have another story, but I have to ask you, there's a video with this story, and I grapple with whether or not to show this video. I grappled with whether or not to show this video. And I'm still grappling with it. Hold on, let me do this story first. I had two other stories, and then the one where there's a really disturbing video. It's super disturbing. And I watched it, and it, I'm still shook by it. But we all adults here. So I figured you can either make the decision if I put it up there to watch it, or you can make the decision, oh, he about to put it up there, I'm not gonna watch that. But I'm not sure. But I'll get to that. I'll get to it in a little bit. Oh boy, just I don't even know. Oh, okay. I just can't do it, Lewis. I can't do it. So I'll just move on. Let's see. The firing squad for the South Carolina person who wants to be executed by firing squad instead of lethal injection. Should he be able to make that decision? It's at the Supreme Court. Supreme Court, or at least my understanding was, unless I read and or understood that wrong. They stopped it. And they stopped the whole firing squad. But should you, if you're condemned to die, which again, I don't believe in the death penalty. Period. I do not believe in the death penalty. I believe it exists, but I don't think that the state should be executing people. But if you're gonna die, if they've made up their mind, you're gonna die. Should you get a chance to choose how? Should you get a chance to choose how? Because it almost makes no difference to me. I mean, you got the idea that something is much more cruel and painful and torturous. I know some of y'all don't agree, but I don't think we should torture people to death. I don't think we should torture people to death, even if we're gonna do the death thing. But should Gregory says he was thinking about moving to Cincinnati. But y'all on a whole different level of crazy up there. Why would you say that, Gregory? Where you from? Where you from? Just don't tell me you're from Texas or Florida. You can't be from Texas and Florida and call nobody else crazy. So if you from somewhere other than Texas or Florida, maybe. But I'm torn. If you gonna kill me, I might should have not a right, but a say so, if I can. And Gregory's from Nashville, Tennessee. Okay. By Nashville standards, I have to check out what's going on in Nashville. But by Nashville standards, hold on. But let me say this. You can't judge us, Gregory. You can't judge us by the comments. Okay? You can't judge us by the comments and the callers. That's not right. That's not fair. Not right, and it's not fair. All right? Just so you know. Like if you're looking at Lewis, you know what I'm saying? He is not representative of us. He's not representative. If you're looking at Ben, not representative of us. And a number of people on here are not even from Cincinnati. Like if you're anonymous and you are being about a check, you could be from anywhere. You could be from anywhere. So it's not fair. It's not fair. Don't judge us by those people. You got to come here and then meet the regular crazy Cincinnatians before you make that decision. What was I talking about before that? I was talking about, the dude who wanted to be killed by the firing squad. I say, why not? If that's what he want to do, let him do it. He gonna die. They gonna kill him. Like there's no ifs, ands, or buts. They gonna kill him. Why don't he get to decide? Like, yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Firing squad. Or, I want the least painful death possible. He judging by the host. I can almost guarantee he is not judging by the host. I can almost guarantee. He thinks you're from Cincinnati. Oh, let's see. Emanuel Livingston knows that I'm an excellent representation of Cincinnati. Love, honor, respect, fatherhood, family first. Lewis, you're all right with me. Your thinking is a little, out there on some issues. Your thinking is out there, but all right. Lesser of two evils is the voting motto here. That's the voting motto everywhere. If that's not your voting motto, what is? What is your voting motto? The perfect candidate? If that's the case, none of us would be voting for anyone. So we've all got 2 or 3 or 4 flawed candidates, and we look for the one either that's the least flawed or the one whose flaws don't or won't reflect negatively on us or something along those lines. The one who we can overlook some flaws because the good outweighs the bad. So if your motto is not what the lesser of two evils, what is it? I was not thinking conflicted. I was not thinking conflicted. But it's either the lesser of two evils or the perfect candidate. Prove it's the voting motto everywhere. You're wrong and biased. Some actually learn politics. Okay, so you know politics. Who is and or was the perfect candidate? And I just by virtue of the fact that I said it almost proves that that's the motto everywhere. But you learn politics. Who's the perfect, flawless candidate? I got a feeling that you won't have an answer for that. You'll try to spin it, but it is what it is. President Barack Obama, perfect candidate? No, no, far from perfect. But based on what he was running against, he might have looked perfect. Yo mama. Yo, I don't appreciate him talking about your mama. But I even doubt that Yo Underwood's mama was a perfect candidate. And even if it was my mother, no, my mother would not have been a perfect candidate. Not even close. B Raf says there will never be no such thing as a perfect candidate. Oh, come on, this computer is running slow now. Jimmy Carter. Angela Kinney says, I'm not a fan of reverse engineering a vote. What does that mean? What does that mean? Some things I'm ignorant about. What does that mean? JFK Jr. was a perfect candidate before his untimely murder. What the hell? He sounds, which he are you talking about, as foolish saying this, but agree with Glenn. That's the madness you get from these Cincinnati people, Greg. What are you even talking about? What? See, now you just talking. Now you're just talking. Why do y'all do that? Why do y'all do that? Just say stuff just to be saying it. Like, that's the most non-specific comment about anything and nothing all at the same time. He, which, who's the he? Let's assume by he you mean me. I sound foolish saying this, that there's no perfect candidate, but I agree with Glenn. I'm sure I've agreed with Glenn on many things, but we've argued about many things as well. And that's the madness you get from these Cincinnati people, Greg. So here's I think what you're saying is madness is that I can agree with Glenn on some things and not agree with him on other things. And to you, that's foolish. Okay. If you say so. If you say so. Okay, Lou's just saying stuff now. I had to stop reading his comments. Jack says, I'm typing chump. How long does it take you? No, I'm just being silly. I know what you meant. You were calling me a chump and you were saying that you were typing, but I try to flip it then like as if you were typing the word chump and somehow it was taking you a long time. I apologize. That was me being childish. Jack says, you got all the answers. Finally, he comes around. Finally, he comes around. A lot of people would take him a long time to realize that, but he came around. I'm winning him over. I'm winning him over. Let me see this other story about the dude. Where's the story? Come on, slow computer. I got a story about who. No. There we go. Oh, them damn giraffes done slowed my computer down. I don't like this. A coach's personal prayer grew into a public spectacle after Bremerton High School football games. It's now a major test of the First Amendment in a case Monday, just today, before the U.S. Supreme Court. He had a coach, Joe Kennedy. He was suspended by the school in 2015 over a post-game prayer on the field. He's asking the justices to affirm the right of public school employees to pray aloud while on the job, even within view of students they coach or teach. If you're not aware of this, If you're not aware of this, let me see. Have you already discussed the story of the 22-year-old drunk driver who killed 2 officers and 1 civilian? No, I have not, and I didn't intend on talking about it. But if you're not aware of this story, it was a coach at a high school. He was a football coach, and as I understand it, after the game, he would go to the 50-yard line and he would pray. For a long time, it went unnoticed. Nobody even paid any attention to it. Nobody even paid any attention to it until, somebody did. And then he got suspended for it. He didn't make the team come out and pray. He didn't make a spectacle of it. He just went out and he prayed after the game. And they're saying, wait, because he's a coach, by him praying in front of the students kind of implies that the students either have to pray with him or believe what he believes. And I don't agree with that at all. I don't agree with that at all. Look, if a teacher in the middle of class, while the students are taking a test, they all taking the test. Here's the test, you hand them all out. Do they still do Scantron? Here's the test, fill out the little bubbles, the circles. There you go. Everybody got their test. All right, got 15 minutes, go. And then that teacher decides to, while the students are taking the test, pray, even out loud. I really don't have a problem with that. Now, I mean, it would be a little distracting for the test takers, but I don't have a problem with somebody praying at the 50-yard line after a football game. And, while the conservatives, so-called conservatives, like to kind of move in the, they're taking away God and blah, blah, blah. I agree with them on this one. Leave that man alone. Let that man say his prayer if he want to pray. And if the kids want to pray with him or kneel with him as he prays, he ain't making them do it. Well, but what if you're an atheist and then don't go pray? He didn't invite you to pray with him. Don't go pray. But he's the coach and it's kind of implied. No, it's not. So you got to do everything the coach do? You really believe that there are people who really believe, well, if the coach believe in God, I got to believe in God. Come on. If the kid is an atheist, he's not going to believe what the coach say anyway. Say, but I'm an atheist and I don't want my child exposed to that. Then have your child not go to the 50-yard line after the game when the coach goes off by himself and prays. But he's praying out loud. But he's on the job when he's doing it. And it's just, so what? Leave that man alone. Let that man pray if he want to pray. He ain't hurting nobody. He's not forcing anybody to believe anything or to participate. Let me go here. Oh, come on, computer. Yet the LGB can force you to call them a certain pronoun and proper names. I'm not sure how those all tied together, but all right, Angela. The people I work with pray a lot. I respect them. They respect me. All right. Do the schools still make students say the Pledge of Allegiance? I don't know if they still do. I doubt that they do. John Murrell hiring. I don't know that that's true. I know that sounds like a stupid thing to say and even respond to, but I don't know that that's true. Where is John Murrell hiring? I know the plant that used to be John Murrell is no longer John Murrell. It's now Smithfield. They're hiring. They're hiring. But I guess you could say if one's a subsidiary of the other, then in a roundabout way, they're hiring. But that's why I don't know that that's true. So where is John Murrell hiring? I don't know why I felt the need to challenge him on that. And wait a minute, come on, computer. This computer is so slow, it won't. It won't move now. But my time is almost up anyway. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. Oh, tomorrow, I didn't get to the video that I may or may not play, but I want y'all to look up. Let me see. Where's the name? No. Yes. Oh, come on, computer. Damn giraffes. Look up Officer Corey Obregon. Officer Corey Obregon. COREYOBREGON. Look up Officer Corey Obregon. Corey Obregon. Tony says there's John Murrell on Kemper Road. I know there's Smithfield on Kemper Road out there in Springdale. It's a meatpacking plant. I used to work there for a number of years. They used to be John Murrell. They're not John Murrell anymore. They're Smithfield. Are you giving us homework? Look, I'll probably bring this up tomorrow, but I want y'all to know, I want y'all to think about this and see whether or not this video is something that should be okay with showing, that y'all might want to see. It's a story that you probably haven't heard about, and I don't know why. Well, I kind of know why, but Corey, C-O-R-E-Y, Corey as in Corey, Obregon, O-B-R-E-G-O-N, Corey Obregon. Corey as in Corey, Obregon as in Obregon, Corey Obregon. Is it that kid that stole the chips? No, that we talked about, and we don't even know that the kid actually stole chips. We don't know what the kid stole, but we talked about that a little bit on Thursday. This is a different and much, much worse case. Much worse. And I'm going to talk about it, but everybody should see, maybe not see this video, but at least be aware of the story. I got a couple minutes. Quick rundown of the story. I think he's 22-year-old young man. I'll pull up the story and all that kind of stuff on tomorrow. 22-year-old young man walking down the street, minding his own business. Police officer pulls up, talking about he's part of the drug intervention unit. Tell the dude to stop because he smelled weed, which weed is legal where they are, by the way. Tells the dude to stop because he smelled weed. They're outside. He clearly didn't smell weed. And they never found any weed. The guy says he's not stopping. He didn't do anything wrong. The cop has no reasonable articulable suspicion or of any sort to stop him. And the cop executes him. And that sounds like I'm being inflammatory. But he executes him, shoots him once in the back of the neck, once in the back of the head, kills him. And all this young man was doing was, according to him, coming home from the store. Police roll up on. Just think about if he didn't do anything wrong. But he didn't do anything wrong. There was no reason for the police officer to pull him over. Or not even pull him over, to approach him, to tell him to stop. And the whole thing is captured on his body cam. The entire incident, the execution, is captured on body cam. It was referred to, I don't remember which organization, and like a couple days later, they came to the conclusion that the officer did nothing wrong. Officer did nothing wrong. There are a few reasons why they say the officer did nothing wrong. Angela says, what state? Corey, Corey, Obregon, Obregon. Corey Obregon. You can look it up. I'm not like trying to be, but I really want, if you want more detail, which there's a lot more detail, look it up, y'all. Look it up. And the idea that I guess I have to point, he did have a gun. The young man had a gun. The cop didn't know the young man had a gun. And I don't believe, because the cop was allegedly shot. I believe the cop shot himself. And I believe you can see that in the video as well. The cop shot himself in the leg and then shot this young man twice to the back of the head. Straight up execution. Jack says, you're an asshole. All right. I appreciate your opinion. I was actually going to say something insulting back, but why even waste my time? It's Jack. But you really might want to check it out. Go check it out. And I want to talk about it. I want to talk about it. Because I want you to, even if you don't watch the video, which I understand, you might not want to watch the video because it's jarring. It is jarring to watch someone execute someone walking down the street. Walking down the street. Thank you, Jerica. Thank you. I was going to say it wasn't going to be your mama. It was going to be something else. But I said it ain't even worth it. It ain't even worth it. Mary says it's a sad video. That young man didn't have a chance, and he didn't have a chance. And keep in mind, he didn't do nothing wrong. He didn't do nothing wrong. Like, legit, nothing for the officer to approach him. So the cop really got off. Read the story. Read the story. And then, hold on, let me see. Hold on, let me read this. You don't have to watch the video, but the prosecuting attorney for the 2nd Judicial District ruled preliminarily that a Jonesboro police officer was justified in shooting an armed man February 9th. Yes, this happened February 9th. Prosecuting attorney Keith Cressman, in a letter to Special Agent Caleb Landreth of the Arkansas State Police Company F said Corey Obregon knew that Pruden was armed and capable and willing to use his gun. Giving my understanding of the facts, the officer's use of force, in my opinion, was justified. Yeah, he get off. I have not seen that. I have not seen that. Two distant strangers. I have to look it up. Now, look, here's what I say. If you don't want to see an execution, a straight up, legit execution, because it wasn't even like you could say like, oh, no, they were struggling on the ground and, you know, he shot him, bam, bam. No, it wasn't bam, bam. It was bam, bam. Like there was a pause in between. Like I shot you in the back of the head, but I got to get my money's worth. So let me do it again. Like it's just Corey Obregon. I think we gotta just be aware of this stuff. Even if you don't want to watch the video, I get you don't want to watch the video. Even if you don't want to watch the video, just be aware. So when people be like, well, if you didn't do nothing wrong, he was walking down the street at 10:30 at night, not doing anything to anyone, coming from the store, not harming anyone. Police had no reason to contact him. None. And he's dead. He's dead. What was it? A minute after the interaction with the police officer? Was it even a minute? Now just imagine. Because I got a Walgreens up the street and say I want to go get me some Arizona iced tea. And I walk up the street, get me an Arizona tea. I'm walking home. It's 10:30. I'm not doing anything wrong. It's not illegal to be walking down the street. I'm not saying he had Arizona. I just, because of the Trayvon Martin, I've kind of merged those two. But I'm walking up the street. Police talking about, I'm with the drug intervention unit. And I smell weed. I know I ain't did nothing. Why? Why you sweating me? Now, he did a few things wrong, sure. He shouldn't have run. And it's not illegal, especially, I don't think in Arkansas it's illegal for him to have a gun. So that's not even illegal. But I'm walking down the street, minding my own business. Police pull up. Less than a minute later, I'm dead. Mary says the cop shot himself. He needed to put a gun on the body to claim justification. If you watch the video, it sure looks to me, in watching that video, like that cop shot himself. But I got to get out of here. Corey, C-O-R-E-Y, Corey Obregon. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Arkansas is a permitless carry state, but it's justified. It's got nothing to do with it being a permitless carry state. Nothing to do with that. Oh, but I guess if you know, you can make it, just wedge it in there, and I guess it works for you. You are not right. You are so not right about this. You are not right. So wait a minute. So in your narrative, he pulled him over or approached him because it's a permitless carry state in your narrative? That was the reason for the approach? No, I did not make your point. I did not make your point, Nicole. Like you giving us homework. Your homework is watching the Netflix special Two Distant Strangers to show how it all ties together. I will watch it. I will watch it. Nicole, if it was not a permitless carry state with the exact same set of facts, this cop would be justified. I don't, but if you say so, Nicole, if you say so, because I like you, I will let you get away with even saying nonsense. Because you're the all right person. I will watch it, Shahira. I'm going to watch it. Maybe tonight. Oh, I might not be here for a long time tomorrow. Tomorrow's show might be short. I'm looking into something to potentially becoming, and I don't, if Mrs. Livingston was right here, she could correct me if I say it wrong. But I'm looking into potentially becoming, is it a court watcher? Is that, hold on, I got to scream for a second. I'm gonna mute the mic here. All right. Yes, a court watcher. So I'm looking into becoming a court watcher potentially. I just heard about it. Somebody brought it to me and I was like, court watcher. That sounds like something I would like to do. But like they're doing like a training or something tomorrow at like 3. And so y'all know if it's somewhere I have to be at 3, I can't be on until 3. So it sounds like something I might like to do. So I'm gonna check it out. So tomorrow might be a little bit of a shortened show. But all right, y'all. I appreciate y'all. Corey, Corey Obregon. Corey Obregon. Check it out. If you get a chance. I mean, just read the story at least. But you can also watch the video, and the video will speak volumes. But I know some of y'all on here is like, hey, he showed up. Somebody had a gun. He shot him. Good. Because y'all into that. But all right, I got to get out of here. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. It has been the afternoon experiment. Somebody pointed out that every once in a while I say experience. It's been the afternoon experiment. I almost said it again. Until next time, I hope something absolutely amazing happens in your life. I'm Emanuel Livingston. I'm out, y'all. Peace.